Okay, welcome back to Calculus 3, Math 276. And we're going to look at Webassign now, which is where you're going to be doing your homework as well as your quizzes and tests. So to get into Webassign, you clicked on this link right here to be watching this video. Let's go to Webassign. We're just going to open up a new tab. We're just going to go to webassign.net. Okay, and so now you're in Webassign. If you already have a password, you can log in, but actually you're going to want to enter the class key. And so the class key, we're going to click on the enter class key at webassign.net, and we're going to have Morehead State. Is the first part, two 4-digit codes then, and they are on Blackboard right here, right below the link where you click to watch this video. 3759-8296. So we're going to put those in, 3759-8296. Click on enroll. And verify that, yes, this is our class, Calc 3, that's me, that's our institution. We say, yes, this is my class. So if you already have a sign-in account, go ahead and sign in. If not, you click on Create Your Account. Put your email address in, one that you'll check often, because I will send messages out through Webassign. They'll end up in your email inbox if you don't see them on Webassign. First name, last name. Do put your student ID in the form of M, and then whatever your number is, your birth year. If you want to get Cengage offers and discounts, it's up to you. Choose a password, make sure it's one you're going to remember, and then click on create that account. Once you've done that, you can always just go to webassign.net and just click on log in. You're going to be in the course. So let's go ahead and log in, and I'll show you what you guys will see on this is the instructor side. Let's open the student view. All right, so if you have more than one class on Webassign, you'd have to choose your class from a list. Remember that you have a couple of weeks of free usage of Webassign before you're going to be asked to put in your access code to be able to use Webassign. So let's just take a look. You have your homework list here. Mine says I need to install Flash. I think I'm okay, but you may need to do that. The first assignment I want you to look at is this Intro to Webassign. So if I click on that, I'm going to be asked for a password. And the password I'm going to type in, and the password you're going to type in for this intro assignment is Eagles, all lowercase. And that gets me into the assignment. So this is actually going to count towards your grade. It's worth 20 points. But its main purpose is just to get you familiar with Webassign, how it works. All your homework questions, you're going to get up to 4 attempts. And you'll know right away whether or not your attempt is right or wrong. So for example, for number 1, who do you ask about changing due dates and extra submissions? Do you ask the Webassign staff? Do you call the hotline number for Webassign? No, you don't do that. You talk to your teacher. So I see I got that one wrong. I got 0 out of 2 on problem number 1. Let's switch to, that would be me that you would ask. Oh, I got that one right. I now have my first 2 points of the semester or of the summer session. So I'm off and running. 2 out of 20 on my assignment. If I don't do anything else, I'll get those 2 points on this assignment. Okay. So they're not going to be multiple choice. Some are going to be fill in the blank. As you know, Pluto used to be a planet, but it is not considered one anymore. So again, we get another chance and up to 4 chances, and now we have another 2 points. Okay, so this is some stuff with scientific notation, how Webassign prefers it, numerical stuff, things like that. So work through this assignment. It shouldn't be too bad. Let me know if you have questions. A little bit of geography here about maps and matching up flags, but that'll be good review for you. Flags with capital cities. Normally when you're typing in math, you'll have what's called a math pad or a calc pad that allows you to type in math symbols. You don't have it on this intro assignment. So for this one right here, what is r equal to? Well, it's equal to the square root. So we're going to do SQRT of a squared plus b squared. But again, in an actual assignment, you would have a little menu option that you could type in any of your math symbols that you want. Just select them from a drop-down menu. So submit that answer. That's going to be marked as correct. And that's another 2 points. So again, I can be done right now. I'll get those 6 points that I have right now. I can submit the overall assignment if I want. That doesn't really change anything. That just submits all the answers that I have in so far. So I still have some submissions left for all these, and I can go back and do those. All right. So that is Intro to Webassign, and that is due Wednesday, June 12th. So I want you to go ahead and get this knocked out so you're familiar with Webassign. All right, so when you go to, let's see if I can get out of this. Let's go to My Assignments. This will show all the assignments, when they're coming up, when they're due. The same thing is with the home screen. So just looking around Webassign a little bit, the home screen shows assignments coming up. You see we've got some homework assignments on there. There'll be more that'll populate as the summer goes on. A lot more from Chapter 9. The first quiz is already up there. homework and exam 1, exam 2, and so on. All right, so continuing on, I went ahead and installed that Flash, by the way, while you weren't looking. Let's say I want to do the first homework assignment. Do I go to 9.1 homework? Oh, it asks for a password. Well, where do I get that password? From the lecture that I watched to get ready for 9.1. So I'm going to go back to Blackboard. We're going to go to my course menu, go to the lectures, and we're going to go to, you would watch the video lecture. Please make sure you watch the video lecture. Don't just grab it from the end of the written lecture, but it is going to be there if you forgot what it was or didn't write it down. So the 9.1 lectures right here. We can rotate that, but I think we can, if we turn our heads, we might be able to see the defalcation, the actor instance of embezzling. So let's try that for 9.1, and we are in to 9.1, up and running. 9.1 is also due Wednesday, June 12th. Okay, so here's how this works. You're in the Webassign homework. Again, you have 4 attempts per problem, and that includes parts. So if I submit this and I don't submit part B, let's see if I get that wrong or right. Oh, I got that one right. But I would still have 3 more attempts on part A if I'd gotten it wrong. Should be able to get it right. And I still have 4 attempts on part B because I haven't tried that one yet. Okay, for some of the problems, you can see we have a read it. That's going to take you to the ebook if you purchase the ebook, and I'll show you how to do that. Well, you just go to my ebooks right here, and it'll take you to the steps to purchase the ebook if you want. Watch it videos, and those are little videos that pop up. Have someone doing a similar problem to what you're doing.
Which of the points P?
Some of them are me, some of them are other people that have done videos for Webassign. Master It takes you through a step-by-step process. Talk to a tutor, gives you an opportunity to meet with a tutor online, I think. I don't think a lot of my students use that. They don't all have all these, but a lot of them at least have the read it, so this will take you to that section of the ebook. If you have a question about a particular problem, instead of emailing me and say, will you look at number 1 on 9.1, I'd rather use the Ask Your Teacher button and then just say, hey, I'm stuck on part B of this, can you give me some help? And they'll be able to see then what the problem is asking with your specific numbers. The numbers change for each student, and what attempts you've already put in, what you've already tried, so I can see the progress you've made and be able to help you better. All right, I can save my progress and log out at any time. I can submit all my answers if I want, again, up to 4 attempts. If I'm not going to be done in time and I need an extension request, I click on this and I just say, hey, I need an extension until, please give me a date. Please give me a reason, even if you think it's a lousy reason. I want a reason why you want your assignment extended. I will usually extend those assignments unless it gets to be a problem. The main reason we have due dates is to make sure you're staying on task and keeping up with the work as you go through. All right, so that is the homework. And again, you can submit the whole thing. But if I don't do anything else, I still have 1 point on this assignment, and that nobody can take that point away from me. All right, let's go back to home. And you can see the assignments are all going to be here. My assignments are listed as well. All these little keys mean they have a password, and you know where to find those passwords. That'll be on Blackboard. If you do miss an assignment, you can go to Past Assignments, and there'll be a list of the ones you've missed, and you'll be able to request an extension there. If you missed an assignment and you want to request an extension, go to Past Assignments, click on the assignment, and request an extension. You'll have a running total of your grades here. It doesn't update automatically, so if you complete an assignment and your grade doesn't change, don't be alarmed. It's set to automatically update every so often, 3 or 4 times a week, so just be patient. Communication is here. If you want to send me a direct message, you can just send me an email as well. Calendar of when things are due is here. It's kind of handy. And then if you wanted to get an ebook, you can click right here on My eBooks and do that. Okay, let's talk about quizzes and tests a little bit then. You can see quiz 1 has these 3 symbols. This means it's timed. This means that you have to do it in the lockdown browser, and this means there's a password. I'll send out the password for the quizzes a day or 2 before they are due. You can use other resources for quizzes. You don't have to be proctored, but it is going to be timed, usually 45 minutes. It'll be about 3 or 4 questions. This lockdown browser means when you open that, you're going to have to download it. It's really a quick and simple download. It only takes a minute or 2. But you have to use that for every quiz and every exam. Okay, so you're going to download that, install it. That opens up a browser that you can then log back into and open up the quiz in. And then you won't be able to open up any other browsers or go to any other websites while you're in that. Okay, so even though it's not proctored, I want you to use that for the quizzes. And that makes the way you know for sure it's working. And then that'll also be the case for the exams, and those are going to be also in a proctored setting. So I'm not going to go through the process of doing that. It's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Before I take the exam, I would want to take the review. So if I click on the review for exam 1, which is not timed, does not have a password on it, does not need the lockdown browser, and I can take it as often as I want and have virtually unlimited attempts. Distance from the XY plane is going to be, I think, 7. Let's see if that's right. And you'll see why that is as you go through this chapter. So that's correct, and I got that one right. So you can go through the reviews. All the test questions will be similar to one of these, okay? And there's way more of these than there are test questions. I got 28 in the review. Only about 12 to 15 at most will be on the actual test. But if I know how to do all these, then I will know how to do all the problems on the test. So go over this review as much as you can before the exam, and you should be ready to take the exam. Again, you can take that as often as you like. Let's go back to my assignments. And I don't remember if I mentioned this in the other video, but when you take an exam, so here I click on the exam, it's going to say you need the lockdown browser, and it needs a password. Your proctor will have the password. I'll give it to your proctor, not to you. If you are on or near Morehead State, you need to take your exams in the Math Tutoring Lab in Lab 108. Again, the hours right now for the summer are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They will have the password in there, and they can proctor you. The only thing you're allowed to use, unless I say otherwise, is a non-graphing calculator. No websites, no phones, no formula sheets, nothing else. And you're not going to need anything else if you study adequately on the review. And if you are working with a proctor, you're going to have a written work form. If you're going to be in the lab, it'll be provided for you in the lab. If you're going to use a proctor, then I will send it to your proctor. You will do all of your written work, show all of your written work, just like if you were taking a regular paper and pencil test, and then enter your answer into Webassign. That way, if you get a problem wrong on Webassign that's worth maybe 10 points, you did everything right except missed a minus sign, I can see your written work and I will add points to your electronic score to make that a part of your score for the class. The flip side of that is if you just put the right answer in and don't show me the calculus and the math behind how you found that right answer, I will deduct points. You need to show your work. So the biggest thing on your exams is to make sure you are showing your written work on the forms that are provided to you. And those forms will be sent to me by your proctor, and I will use those to adjust your grade. Usually that grade gets adjusted up once I see your written work. If you missed one, I can add some partial credit. Okay. The rest of the homework assignments are going to be up there as you go through, and just make sure you try and stay up to date. It's a lot of material in a short amount of time, so you're going to have to be prepared to put in a lot of time every single day. If you have any questions, please let me know. And again, the first thing you should be doing right now is getting to that intro to Webassign knocked out. Watch the 9.1 lecture, start working on that, and work on finding a proctor. And send me an email as soon as you can, letting me know who your proctor is going to be. I need their name, their email address, their phone number, and their relationship to you. Those 4 things. If you're just going to use the lab in Lab 108, then just send me an email saying I'm going to use the lab in Lab 108 for my proctoring. All right. Either way, reach out to me, let me know, and don't get behind. All right. Stay on top of things. Wish you the best of luck this summer in Calculus 3. It's a fun class. You learn a lot of cool things in here. So hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you have any questions.